And we're live. Maybe. Probably live. Hey, May, what's up? Shit, you got in here fast. Happy Saturday. Can you hear me? I don't know why I feel like everything's broken. Sweet. What's up, Tom? Dude, why aren't you at BFIG, man? Oh, sweet. Good. Excellent. Alright, I don't have a shit ton of time. It is a music stand, yeah. I was watching, Rise and Spline. Oh, that's right, you moved. My bad, Tom. Sorry, dude. Happy weekend, Yerk's group. Alright. I do not have a super ton of time, because this is actually Fig Talks, so I'm supposed to go back there in, like, an hour. But, gotta rep for my animators. You should be. I'm mad that you weren't there, Mittens. Rise and Spline is a valuable course on animation, where they definitely giggle about how fat a flour sack is. It's really funny. Yeah, quick stream. I always say that and I always fail. I don't think it'll be the worst if I'm late getting back to Fig Talks. I suspect they will still have alcohol later. I generally treat conferences as like, I don't go to the talks, I just get lunch with people and then dinner with people and then drink a lot, so But yeah, Fig Talks is pretty good. What we were gonna do today, I usually, hold on, wait, I forgot. Alright, it is 2:42, Saturday, January 20th. And I don't remember what's changed since last time I showed the game. I think I showed the game, like, it's only been 3 days, so I don't think anything has really changed. That's right, we were working on her skirt animation, which I think I rage quit, and, did not ever get back to. I think, what else were we gonna work on? Thought about working on the icons, but I thought that'd be really stupid, because we're in the middle of development, so that would just kind of be real weird. Right, this is what we're doing. The music stand. Alright, so this is definitely a super placeholder. But I was playing around with the idea that it's a music stand that you go to, that you use to get from one thing to another. Yeah, slowly. Hey, Weiss, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Will I stream again after Fig? I don't know. Depends on how much I drink. Wait, what are you doing? Turns out, a new VR. Yeah, I've been crazy busy too. I know the feeling. You want me to stream drunk later? That'll be fun. That'll be the chillest. Well, that'll be something. I'm sorry, Blitzplum. No, I meant to be. I thought I'd start up just before he ended. He was about to end. And then we would, like, seamlessly transition. I'm not very good at Twitch, man. I don't know. Twitch is still weird to me. Other people are much better at Twitch. Poodle Time's clearly better. He's got, like, multiple people and shit. Some people are incredible at Twitch. Some people are, like, doing modern performance art with their Twitch streams. I'm not really there yet. I think there's actually something you can use online to watch multiple streams at once. I'm not trying to start a beef, man. That would make sense. He is over in LA. I'm in Boston. We got the East Coast, West Coast thing. Watch 2 streams and animate. You can't watch things and animate. You can, like, listen to streams and animate. I don't... Well, maybe you... No. I don't know. I don't know what you can do. Maybe you're a better multitasker than I. I don't judge. I always felt like 3 monitors was excessive. We always had like, trying to think it irrational, we had the one programmer that needed 4 monitors for like no reason. There's just no way. Like at that point you're just introducing neck problems. I wanted to actually, sorry guys, I wanted to get this done right before Poodle Time got here. So I have something cool to show, but instead it's bugged to shit. So what I was trying to do was make a music stand with like a little ambient motion. So like, I figured we should have something animating on animation day or whatever. So I made these like blend shapes that kind of move it. And I was gonna quickly make a material. I figured this is something I could do in like an hour. It would just kind of wiggle it. But I did hit some sort of bug where it's just not working right now. I have no further detail than that. Listen and glance. Yeah. His streams are worth actually watching, because that's kind of the point. Like, he's animating, so you want to see like the shapes he's making and stuff. What are we doing here? No. See, this should just work. What I'm doing is when I export to FBX, for some reason, it's not working. It's just not importing the shapes into the editor, and it looks like it's not properly. Like, I think the FBX is what's wrong, basically. I have no idea why. Yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna start randomly changing shit. That's about where I am. I think I already tried changing it to... Are you using 2018? Oh, does 2018 have new bugs? No, I didn't upgrade yet. I'm still in 2017. It has weird issues with the Unreal imports. I don't know. I mean, I've exported morph targets from Maya before. It's what we're doing for the accordion's back. So I don't think that's the case. I'm actually kind of almost out of ideas here. No, there's gotta be like... Okay. Well, let's... At least, I don't know. Wait, you know... Okay, so here's some things it could be. me try deleting the morph targets. Let's just see what happens if, like, this is a morph target and this is the base for kicks. Let's see if that actually exports. No, not getting morph targets. And here. Let's see then. What is your deal? It's about to become a drunk Gwen stream immediately. I actually don't really know what to do. It's never just not worked before. Alright, I do something weird when making them. Yeah, well, yeah, but... I mean, the way I made these was I made a plane and then temporarily turned it to cloth, put on random wind, and then saved out the resulting shape. The shape is called output cloth, but that's just a shape node. This is a DAG node. Right, just a simple shape node, yeah. Is that gonna go away? Okay. I don't know. Let's do random shit. Okay, yeah. New plan. Do random shit. Alright. Face. I'm gonna take all the faces in this and duplicate them. Which is apparently just gonna... Which one was the original? do also have a poly chip off. Why are these like instanced? Yeah, this is Maya. Oh shit, sorry, I missed the chat. Yeah, it's minor technical problems. Are you talking to me? If I know anybody at Tequila Works in Spain? No. Afraid not. Let's try again. Maybe it magically works now. It's an import here. Ooh, but it's working in the FBX. Okay. So maybe, hold on, maybe I'm not importing the right thing. Maybe it is actually working. Just, you're the thing, right? Extend. Yes. Just, okay. Sorry. It's importing, but it's not importing the morph targets. Can I add them? Just make it. No, this isn't gonna work. Also, I wasn't thinking and I just hit force delete. I shouldn't have had to do that. Whoops. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. Let me catch up here. Is Maya like the go-to program to animate for most animators? It's usually Maya or 3ds Max. But I think Maya's... I vastly prefer Maya. Everybody's got their preferences, right? Motion Builder I think is much better if you're working with mocap. Hey Sniper, what's up, man? Okay, so I've kind of had a little idea that makes some fundamental changes to how I structure the content of my game. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've made major revamps like this. But my game gets noticeably better every time. Is this a bad habit that I should stop, or is it normal for games to go through this many iterations? I mean, it's difficult for me to say because I haven't seen what you've been doing since the beginning, Weiss. But I'll say, like, refactoring is very normal. Like, usually I feel like there's this kind of flow where, shit. Okay, so every project I've worked on has been pretty long, because I come from AAA, right? So it's not like like Bioshock Infinite, I joined at the tail end of that, which was only the last 3 years, right? So the dev cycles are on kind of a longer scale. But generally what you do is you go out, you start making a game, something comes up, like you have to do like a demo or something, you get everything polished into a state where it's playable, and then you do that demo and then you start experimenting again, and breaking things again, and then you get to a place where you start polishing it up again, and it just kind of becomes like this sort of wave that you follow. I actually think it's really important to have frequent demos or something like that. I think it helps force you to... you kind of go through waves of getting things done really quickly, followed by getting things fixed, and to polish. And you kind of... the more times you do that, the better, up to a point. At some point you start getting diminishing returns, which is just like... you know what diminishing returns are? You're a gamer. And I think that's when you have to kind of like start to rethink things. The most solid 3D app. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing against 3ds Max. I will say Autodesk in general is kind of interesting. And that interesting in a kind of weird evil way. And what they do is they, as soon as anything comes up that's going to compete with 3ds Max or Maya, they buy it, and then kind of kill it. Though to be fair, from what I understand, some people have made a killing off of that. Like, there's a group of programmers that made the initial Lightwave, and they left and made some other thing that Autodesk had to buy so that they wouldn't compete with Lightwave, and then they waited until their contract ended with Autodesk after they were bought, and then they left and they created another 3D application, and they seem to keep doing it. I'm trying to remember what all the programs were called. I think they made Lightwave, and after that the same group of people, they ran out their like 1 year that they had to stay at Autodesk. They all quit, and then they all started up something else, and then they all started up XSI, and then I think they all started up Modo. And with each iteration they do way better. It's almost like watching a game get made. It's great. They glumped Arnold? I don't remember, no. I don't, I know Arnold is... generally anything that's rendering in Maya, I completely ignore because I'm gonna throw it away anyway to make the game, right? Like, the renderer in game matters way more. I never really understood why there was so little overlap between the programmers on Maya and the programmers on 3ds Max. I feel like they should get along. Hey Port Ponky, what's up, man? Right. Okay, I'm not allowed to leave until I figure out why my blend shapes aren't working. I could actually open up a different version of Maya. You know, that's not the stupidest... I mean, it was... Not to imply it was a stupid idea. Those are the wrong words. But that's a great idea. They never bought Lightwave? I know they bought... Autodesk bought so much shit. They bought XSI. Yeah, it might be it's Alias? Here, let me Google it. It's a bit before my time. By the time I joined, everybody already was on Max and Maya. Hey, they are still developing it. No shit. But I will admit, I'm like nervous to use anything that's not owned by Autodesk now because I know Autodesk will just buy them. As far as 3D applications go. Unless it's Blender, but Blender is just never gonna... It's just got this reputation for being crap, unfortunately. It's one of those things where it's got such an image problem now, I don't know if it can bounce back. I don't know what FL Studio is. Sorry. I know it's free. Should show that. Alright. I'm trying to open source environment. Okay, let's see if you work. Does rendering. No. Animation editors. One shape. I forgot the way the old UI looked. Man, this looks like garbage. Oh shit. Oh shit, the FX works here. Okay, so the FBX Super definitely works in 2016. The FBX super definitely works. What's this? In 2017. I already tried this. Oh yeah, I can force delete that. Alright. Guys, I need ideas. I actually don't know. This is embarrassing. Why would it not? Alright, Google it. More targets. Not importing. Bang it. Oh, Christ. Maybe it's not importing the blend because you need to remake it, is he? I mean, the Unreal Engine import pipeline imports FBXs that have morph targets in them. That's just kind of like how it works. If we try hard and we believe in ourselves, I don't think that'll make code do different things. Okay. The one in Persona. I think this is Persona. I think Persona is the name of this window. I don't know why they named it that. That's bizarre. Why do they need to name a window? Why is the name Persona? I don't think there's a way to re-import it in here. I mean, that would imply it's like a... Well, that's a problem. Probably need to check the box. Why was that box not checked? Didn't we look through all the boxes earlier? Jesus, how long did I waste? Because I didn't check a box. Good. Yes. Okay. Oh, it can go negative. That's actually not looking great, but that's fine. Alright. We will finish this before I leave. I'll get there. How often does UE work as it should? It usually does. Why you gotta hate? Man. There's no need for that. Unreal's pretty cool. Ugh, God, I forgot what I'm doing. Okay, this is not the right file. I've also opened 2 versions of Maya now, so now I'm just... This one is the bad one. Go away. Or freeze. That works too. Okay. This file is the exported file. That's the Maya file. What? No. Okay. All right. I don't think I have to do anything else. What are you? It's probably fine. Tim Sweeney's self-roast on Twitter of putting the z-axis as up. I don't think the z-axis being up was the problem. It was the right-handed versus left-handed. I told you about that. Especially because you can easily change the up axis in any authoring application. Like, we changed the z-axis. I use z-up in Maya. Partly just because I think it's nicer if it matches 1-to-1 between Maya and Unreal. And I just got used to it because I worked in Max for a bit, where Z is the up by default. It's the right and left-handed that just fucking throws you when you're trying to recreate a scene between them. You tried Lumberyard? God help you. Why would you do such a thing? What left versus right-handed means? I'm not the right person to explain this. The reason it's called right versus left is because sometimes you can... If you imagine your coordinate system, like if you make it on your hand, like this. I don't know, can you even see this? Let me hold up. Okay. So say you're creating a gizmo with your hand, right? If it's left-handed, your XYZ axis looks like this. If it's right-handed, it looks like this. It's just the how the axes are laid out relative to each other. And it matters because, like, oh fuck, how do I explain it? Because if your base is changed, like if you're in a different handed coordinate system, then like going, alright, the easiest thing would be going from Maya to Unreal. You would have to remember to always flip the Y. So if it was negative Y, it'd have to become positive Y. But where you were flipping the Y wasn't always over the origin, so you'd have to flip it over some, like say your entire scene was over here somewhere, you'd have to flip the Y from over here. It's just a huge pain in the ass. I'm not very good at explaining things. Gun emotes? Finger guns? Sorry, man. You get it? I don't know how. You somehow divined it, man, because I don't think I explained it very good, but cool. I would never, ever work in CryEngine. They could offer me 6-figure positions, but with the stipulation of using another CryEngine derived... Oh, wait, what? Like... I'm gonna read exactly what you said verbatim because I'm really confused. Like never would I ever work in CryEngine. They could offer me 6-figure positions, but with the stipulation of using anything CryEngine derived. Also, if I remember, it's about where the positives are. I think you're writing some kind of beat poetry, man. I'm not really sure what you're saying. What I'm feeling is like some negative things towards CryEngine. And somehow you're still trying to stay positive. Oh, the kid. Okay, 2 different thoughts. Alright, yeah, cool. Now you guys are using position to mean both your vocation and an actual point in space. I can't keep up with this, guys. This is getting very deeply metaphorical. It's Saturday at 3 o'clock. I've got so much shit to do. I can't keep up with all of it. Language is bad. Like that. We've taken an entire sphere of communication and determined that it is in fact terrible. Is this a new character? What language? I'm really abstract. I don't know if I could draw language in the abstract. The studio I'm at is a Crytek partner or something. ... And with every engine update, the tech animation support gets worse. That's depressing. I remember I tried CryEngine back, like, we evaluated it once for, at Gazillion. Alright, I think I've just decided that I'll probably not get this done. We evaluated the CryEngine, back at Gazillion, right when the USD was tanking. And I think that's actually, people don't realize it, but that's actually what really put Unreal above the CryEngine. Because Crytek and, like, the original Unreal back in the day was not super. It had it had a personality to it that was not always great. CryEngine was kind of newer and looked like it would be really good. But unfortunately, because well, fortunately, I guess, for Epic, the USD tanked, and the Unreal Engine suddenly became significantly cheaper than the CryEngine. Like, I remember when we were looking at it, we were evaluating both, and then the biz dev guys just came and said, nah, fuck it, unless you got a really good reason, we should just go with Unreal, it's 30% cheaper, and then we did. Six-figure in-game position, Vector 3. Yo, Ray March, man, what are you doing to me, man? It's not that complicated. That's just very far away. I was learning different ways to say no in Chinese yesterday and I wanted to die. What are you so concerned that's going to happen to you in Chinese? Are you concerned people are going to be very... Like what? Why would you need multiple ways to say no? I find your life confusing, Tom. UE4 is good, UDK and UE3 were like cat. Okay. I don't speak emoji. I'm sorry UE3 was like a cat to you. I got nothing against cats. I thought UE3 was pretty sweet. Definitely had its personalities, but you know. Yeah, I know, I got it remarched. It took me a minute. I'm a little stupid right now. This is not the language is bad. Okay, got it. Localization. You needed multiple ways to say no for localization. I guess that makes sense. Are you on drugs? God, I wish. No, not at the moment. The moment I am literally just spending like 45 minutes trying to figure out how to make a blend shape export, apparently. Engine faults or personalities. Oh, Engine's got quirks. It's not always faults. Sometimes it's just things are weird. Sometimes everything in your game is an actor. Sometimes everything in your game that's an actor also has a swimming pool on it for no reason. Doesn't really hurt anything, it's just kind of weird. Sometimes all of your icons are smiley faces. I think that's adorable. What are my main annoyances with UE4? I'd have to actually think on that. I feel like I should come up with something smart to say. I don't really have... I mean, there's stuff that I've worked around for so long I don't even realize I'm doing workarounds anymore. I guess that's probably a thing. I just like the way delays work. I know something weird is going on. I know in general, like, you have to be careful with using sequences and delays together. I mean, I've never seen a visual scripting language as powerful as Blueprint. So I gotta say, that's pretty sweet. Oh shit. Thanks, Poodle Time. Oh, I might have to get back to work. We just got a dump of people. Write a personality report for all of your crashes. Shader compilation on large projects. Oh, that's true. That's golden. I like it when you get to the, like, it compiles all Blueprint at the, what was it? It was at one point the 78% mark on the loading. I don't remember what it is now, but I know on a big project, you always hit, like, a big project that uses a lot of Blueprint. You hit that one moment, you'll fly right up until about, say it's 78%, and then all of a sudden you'll stop and you'll chug. And, like, 10 minutes will pass if it's your first time opening the project, and then all of a sudden it'll click over. Hey everybody from Poodle Time. You probably haven't dropped into the chat yet. I just hope you enjoyed Dave's adorable flower sacks. I know I thought his work is really good. That was a fun class. You can't uncheck or check all when splitting a struct. Oh god, don't give me... The struct thing is bad. The struct thing is not ideal, Louise. I guess we could just start shitting on Blueprint. That feels kind of mean, though. There's a lot of things I like about it. I really like the animation system. I think there's too much stuff. Like, there's too many different ways to do the same thing. In general... There's times when I feel like Blueprint is a little bit too open, and I love it, but I think on a large project it's kind of terrifying that, like, somebody could put a script in a tree that unhooks the player pawn from, like, the player controller, and you'll never find it. Like, they just jam that shit somewhere. It's scary. Finding asset redirectors? What do you mean? You can do that pretty easily. You just show redirectors and then, like, I clean up mine so there aren't any, but if you show redirectors, you can just see them. I'm pretty sure you can, like, right click and fix up redirectors in folder. Just do that in the top level and you'll get rid of all of them. You want to do that right when you load, before you, like, Fixing them every time you move? Well, I mean, they exist for a reason, right? Like, they're really useful. Wait, where are we? Oh, yeah, I can compile kind without any trouble. That's all working fine. It's great. Like, you can compile so fast if you just use blueprints. It's weird. It's great. That is kind of like magic. Another one is that you can't... For sharing projects, sure. As opposed to what? You have redirectors so the assets from another repository don't conflict if they move. I thought it was so that if something is you have redirectors because sometimes you're referencing an asset, and if you just rename the asset without having a redirector, then you'll break that link, right? The redirector exists so that when you rename an asset, any asset that references it that isn't currently loaded can look at that redirector and say, oh, where's the file now, and then find that file. That was my kind of very simple understanding based on what it seems to do. I will admit that was just a guess based on what it seems to do, so that might be wrong. Maybe you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know. Yeah, it does get interesting. Generally, if a blueprint is touched by everybody, at least it's like very... I'm gonna take that back. Yeah, it can be interesting. Sorry, now I need to find a new thing to look at for research. I wish there was an easy compodium to look at for environment design that's interior environments rather than external environments. In 3D. I mean, at that point you're doing a copy of a copy. Why wouldn't you just look at interior environments? Like in the RL, and then like photography, and base your stuff off that. Hey Sam, what's up, man? Why the straightened connections isn't bound to any key by default. Yeah, Wheeze, I just kinda slap shit around. Your blueprint looks way cleaner. I did notice that. Thanks for your streams, by the way. The people who don't know, please follow Wheeze202. That's fun, because, like, it's first thing in the morning, and when he streams with, like, this Lord of the Rings music in the background or some shit. So it sounds like he's doing some really badass shit. But what he's doing is he's fixing collision or some weird shit like that. So it feels like this really epic journey. But he's fixing collision. It's hilarious. Do you model each wall as a new mesh, or do you do the walls together? Oh, yeah. This is beyond me, Mittens. It totally depends on the game from what I can tell. Yeah, no problem, man. Like, trying to think. On BioShock Infinite, we mostly kept everything as procedural as possible for as long as possible. I think the walls were separate meshes that kind of stitched together. There's a lot of people in here. This is work. Wait a minute. Environment art, sky props. Props. Music stand. Okay, do you have, no, okay. Do you have blend shapes? Yes. Sweet. Okay. I mean, it looks like crap, but, you know. Technically working. The important part. Re-import. Did I export that, or did I just save it like an idiot? Saved it like an idiot. File export all. Ah! There's too many people. That's a good one too. I just keep forgetting. Play the game. Did you fix up the camera rotation? I think the camera rotation thing was fine. I don't know. I don't really like collapsing the nodes into one node. I actually dislike that. I prefer that I prefer to keep it as a separate function. It just feels safer. Hey Ninjin, what's up, man? Not much. Was this actually working? No. Prolix never reported it. It's working now. Still no. Son of a bitch. single one. You definitely have all your blend shapes. Yes. They're all called the same thing. Is that what's pissing you off? Like maybe... Oh god, that is what's pissing you off. Interesting. Do I hate that? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright. So, what, I think what makes a blend shape expensive is the number of vertices it messes with, so it's just as expensive to just have, like, yeah, whatever. Here. And at the end of the day, these are not expensive blend shapes. So I'm just gonna dupe them. Add blend shape. Done. Oh wow. Wait, did I not? Four, two, six. Hmm. Updating the collision. The collision doesn't update when you move the blend shapes. At least not here. Because the collision is capsule based, it's not based on the mesh. And the capsules are bound to the bones. So the collision doesn't actually, yeah, the collision doesn't change at all when I move blend shape. Alright. What? I don't know why I think this will help. Yes, new version has it. What the shit? Why don't you? What's your deal? Why does re-import not bring in the new shapes? Maybe delete. Okay, I don't have the ability to change. I set the new one to delete existing morph targets on import, and I don't think there's a way to change that if you set it. I know this does not have that set to true. So, as a bool, I can't flip. That is the problem. So, we're just going to use this new mesh. That's just life now. Right? That's obviously not gonna work. Delete. Replace references with this. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Oh, I thought I was way further behind than I am. You're just commenting on how straight my connections are? Oh, you're commenting on his stuff. Yes. All right. Alright, I would usually stay and get the materials so that things are flying around, but I do actually have to run, unfortunately. Maybe I'll come back later. Probably shouldn't. Thanks, Tom. Dude, later. Why are there so many people in the chat today? This is crazy. This is bad. I'm gonna start looking at analytics again. That's just bordering on unhealthy. You start worrying about your demographics. I need to pay someone to look at my analytics for me. Maybe. I'm looking at them now, it's pretty funny. Like a weird number of my people are from South America. Some people came from Poodle Time mostly. Some people came from Twitter. And some people are just really, really weird. Insanely weird. It says that right here. I don't know how I figure that out in the analytics. I don't know how Twitch does that. That's crazy. But it is. It's just like somehow it's just like, look, all these people, super capable of talking and being normal, but every now and then, you get a weird one. Analytics, man. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Blitz plum. Oh, Jesus. Hey, thanks for the host, man. I was just about to take off. Already gonna be a bit late. Alright. Stay weird, guys. I'm out.